What's up, YouTube Money Team and True Ballers? It's your boy, the Ballin' J Money, back at you with another video. And today I'm going to talk about a little topic that's been going through my mind the past few days. But before I get into that, just want to catch up on you guys on how life has been for me. To be honest, it's been really, 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 really good. And the reason why I say that is because I've been making some small adjustments in my life with the past few days, and that's why I want to talk about this topic. But there were some things that I was dealing with this whole week that were good things. Like I was getting involved more in communicating with some business people, like entrepreneurs, marketing executives, multiple people. Because I've got to a point where I want to learn how to build a marketing business, and at the same time find tools and resources to find the right ideas, the right strategies to make a serious business become a serious business in long term. And as a matter of fact, before I did this video, I just got off a live call relating to some business that I was in, and I learned a lot from the live call. It was some really deep stuff in the conversation, and just listening to my newest mentor. It's just a great thing, and it was a great call. And I couldn't talk to the mentor, but I was listening to him, and everything he was saying, it made a lot of sense, and I could see why he is a billionaire. And I know a lot of you, if you are in an entrepreneur in business, or if you're familiar with the guy, you watch his advertisements on YouTube. He always shows up with his little videos showing his Ferraris, showing all of his books, showing a tour of his house. Yeah, Ty Lopez, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, I've recently got to a point where he's my new mentor, because I've been watching a lot of his videos, and then one of the conference calls that I listened to today, it was a really deep conversation, and I'm gonna start listening to him because he knows what it takes to be successful in anything in life, and I want to take his mentoring to heart when it comes to making an online business. So, with that being said, it's been really good for me this past few days. I can't complain one bit. I've got new businesses involved. I got companies that I signed up to the past few days, and they're all in my Rockstar page. You can just go to the description below this video and just click on my Rockstar page, and you can see all the companies I'm involved in, where I could just make at least $50 a day in earnings. So if I make at least $50 in earnings with at least 3, 4, 5 companies, I'm okay with that, because usually that adds up. And what's also cool about today, I honestly didn't want to do it today, but I learned how to play Baccarat today. And I just watched a couple videos of how I played, the rules, how the dealers place how the dealers place their cards, and how us, the gamblers, or whatever you want to call us, how we place our bets, and how the winnings work. And I'll admit, it only took me about 10-15 minutes to figure out how it works. But then the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because I like to learn something new, and just learning Baccarat to me is something new. And what's crazy about it is it's so simple. It's like one of the simplest casino card games out there, I think. I'm surprised I didn't learn this card game years ago. I played Rummy, I played Goldfish, I played Blackjack, I played 5-card draw, but I never played Baccarat. But I'm glad I learned it today. So I actually liked it. I actually had fun with it. I had a couple friends of mine. They saw me playing by myself, and it's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just practicing, because this is my first time playing Baccarat." I'm like, "Oh, you play Baccarat?" And I said, "Yeah." So I did play a couple card games with him, because he knew I played Baccarat too. And surprisingly, we didn't place any bets. We were just pretending, So we would joke around and have a little fun, and we just place the cards down. And I probably lost more than I won against him, but like I said, it was just for fun. But anyway, now that you guys know all that about how this week has been, I'm gonna do another video tomorrow and talk a little bit more about this whole week. But to the topic, you looked at the title, and it basically says that if you think long, think wrong is a fact. Like that's the question I put on the title. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been thinking about that question for a few days because I was thinking about it one day at work. Like, I went to the office and I was doing my little assignments, whatever I had to do, and then it just popped in my head when I was listening to a song, and I heard one of the artists say, "Study long, study wrong." But then I reminisced on I had like 3 people in my life, a couple of them were teammates, and I remember them telling me the same thing, you know, like study long, study wrong, but then other people say think long, think wrong. And I've been thinking, is this really a fact when it comes to my perspectives? Now, I don't know about your guys' perspectives, but I think that statement is only a fact depending on the situation. Like, let me give you an example. If you're reading a book and you're studying the book for 3 hours and you learn something out of it, I don't think that's a study wrong fact. I think it's a study right fact. Because if you study something long enough, you'll eventually know it. And then you'll get to a point where you won't need that book anymore because it's in your head. So I consider study long, study wrong, and this particular example, not a fact. But let's get to a point where it is a fact. Let's say if you were in my business, okay? Let's say if you were in my business. You looked at my Ball and J Money website, you look at my Rockstar page, and you're looking through all these companies that I'm in. Companies where you market websites, you advertise companies, and then make money off of it, and you look at it and like, man, I don't know if this is for me. I gotta think about it. Well, I'm gonna be honest. When I first started online entrepreneuring, I was really skeptical about doing it. I really was. But I experienced failures when it came to that because I've dealt with multiple other companies in the past. So that's why I was skeptical. But during that time when I was thinking about what companies I should be in, I would think too long. And then by the time I felt like I was ready to be a part of that company, I would soon find out that the company would either shut down or they no longer paid people. And that's when I got to a point where I was like, okay, that is a fact. But let's say you do want to get into the business, but you don't pay the money, and all you think about is I'm gonna make a success with this. Just sign up for free and just let the money work for me. Studying something like that, if it's not in your heart, then yes, study long, study wrong would be a fact in this case. Anything in life that you take to heart should never be a fact that if you study it too long, then you study it wrong, or if you think long, you think wrong. No. The only way that I can see that statement being a fact, if it's not in your soul, if it's not in your heart. Like me again, I'm a Christian. I take reading the Bible to heart now. I mean, I read at least 3 chapters a day. At least 3. And I'm taking it to heart. So, sure, it's 3 for now, but then later down the road, I might want to read a whole book in the Bible. So me wanting to study that and being a part of my soul, I will not consider study long, study wrong a fact in this perspective. Now, if I was reading the Bible and I didn't learn anything out of it and I'm just wasting my time with it, then yes, the study long, study wrong, or think long, think wrong would be a fact. That statement would be a fact in that case. So that's why I say this statement is only a fact dependent on what the situation is, and if it's in your soul, if you have the passion to follow that thought, that study, if you have the determination to do what you want to do, then there's no such thing as overthinking. There's no such thing as overstudying if it's in your heart. Like even basketball players, for instance. If you're a soccer player, baseball, whatever, if those sports are in your soul, or even if it's not a sport, even if it's a career, like if you want to be a lawyer, doctor, a police officer, a firefighter, or you want to be an army vet, it don't matter. If you want to take those to heart and you study what it takes to become that particular person and have a career out of it, then yes, I will not consider the fact that study long, study wrong, and think long, think wrong facts at all. They will not be if they're in your souls. But if you but if you're looking at what you want to do with your life and you don't take it seriously, then I'll consider it a fact. In other words, you're thinking of something that you don't want to be passionate about. So that's the way I see this whole statement. I mean, I've been thinking about it this whole week, and that's kind of the reason why I was in the delay of the video, because I wanted to make this video to get to a point where it makes sense. So, if you agree with me, like this video, comment below this video, do what you gotta do, subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my websites, and I will do another video tomorrow. So I want you guys to think about that statement, okay? Study long, study wrong, think long, think wrong, whatever state, either one. I prefer study long, study wrong, because that was a statement that I've been told the most. But think long, think wrong is what I was recently hearing in a song. So study long, study wrong, whatever statement it is, I want you guys to think about it, okay? And then ask yourself, whatever it is you're trying to pursue, are you passionate about what you're trying to pursue? Are you determined to reach your goals? Is it in your soul to keep on moving forward and not give up? So if those answers are yes on whatever you're trying to pursue, then this statement is not a fact. But if it's not, then it's a fact. So I'm going to cut this video now. I know it's a little longer than I thought, but I wanted to get this out to let everybody know, let all my viewers know that, hey, I believe that it's only a fact if it's not in your heart. If it's passion, if there's something that you're not passionate about, then yes, this statement is a fact. It's that simple. That's the way I see it. Some people might agree with me, some people don't. But everybody has their own way of thinking. But I'm going to tell you that it's a fact in my perspective that I'm not going to think about what other people think. I'm not going to study what other people think. So in this example, me not wanting to think about other people, it's a fact of the matter is I'm not going to study about what somebody else is saying to me if it's not in my soul. So if they say something negative to me, it's not going to be in my soul. I'm not passionate about what they say. Then yes, this statement would be a fact. I don't want to think about something that's wrong. In this case, somebody giving me negative feedback would be a fact in this statement among what I'm saying here. So, I mean, that ought to give you an idea. That's another example. So, alright. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope everybody's had a blessed day. Stay tuned as I do another video tomorrow. And I'm going to continue on with this conversation. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my videos, like this video, comment, whatever you like to do. So that being said, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. God bless y'all. Ballin' J Money's out. Peace.